Welcome, adventure seekers and fans of the paranormal. Today, we're diving into the eerie world of the top 10 most haunted places you can visit. From ancient castles to abandoned asylums, each location promises a unique blend of history and the supernatural. Prepare to embark on an adventure to some of the most chilling destinations across the globe. Whether you're a seasoned paranormal investigator or just looking for a thrilling getaway, these haunted hotspots will ignite your curiosity. We'll uncover the ghostly tales and legends that make them infamous, along with tips on how to make the most of your visit. So grab your flashlight and get ready to step into the unknown. Join us as we unveil these captivating sights. Are you ready to explore the darker side of travel? Let's get started. Our first stop is the infamous Tower of London, a fortress steeped in centuries of bloodshed and sorrow. This place has seen it all: executions, torture, imprisonment, you name it. People have reported seeing the apparition of Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated queen who met her demise right here. They say she wanders the grounds, her spectral form a chilling reminder of the tower's brutal past. When you walk these grounds, pay attention to your surroundings. Listen closely. You might just hear the echoes of screams or whispers from beyond the grave. If you want to get the most out of your visit to the Tower of London, join a guided tour. These tours are often led by local historians who know all the spooky tales and legends. They'll take you to the most haunted spots and share stories that will make your hair stand on end. You might even get to use some ghost hunting equipment. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. Next up, we're heading to the majestic Rocky Mountains of Colorado, to a place that's disturbed the sleep of many, the Stanley Hotel. Made famous by Stephen King's chilling novel, The Shining, this grand hotel has become synonymous with paranormal activity. Guests have reported disembodied voices, shadow figures darting in the hallways, and ghostly sounds of children playing, especially on the fourth floor. The most unsettling account is the sound of a piano playing from the empty music room. Imagine walking down the desolate hallway, met with the faint melody of an unseen pianist. Could it be the spirit of F.O. Stanley, the hotel's original owner? The Stanley Hotel provides guided ghost tours that explore its eerie past. These tours visit the most paranormally active areas. The Stanley Hotel isn't just a place, it's an experience. Our journey takes us beneath the bustling streets of Paris to a labyrinth of death and darkness, the Catacombs. Imagine being surrounded by the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians. These tunnels, once used as quarries, became the final resting place for countless souls when the city's cemeteries overflowed. People have reported hearing whispers and footsteps echoing through the darkness, disembodied voices that seem to come from the very walls themselves. Some have even claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking at the edge of their vision, vanishing as quickly as they appear. The sheer number of souls interred here creates an overwhelming sense of spiritual energy. If you're heading to the catacombs, try to visit during off-peak hours. The fewer people around, the more you can feel the true energy of this place. The darkness, the silence, the sheer volume of bones. It's an experience that will stay with you long after you've returned to the world above. Our next destination takes us deep into the heart of the American South, to a place where elegance and horror intertwine, the Myrtles Plantation. This stunning antebellum plantation, with its sprawling grounds and grand architecture, holds a dark and troubled past. Built on a former Native American burial ground, it's said to be one of the most haunted homes in America. One of the most well known ghosts is Chloe, a former slave who met a tragic end. People have reported seeing her apparition, dressed in a green turban and ruffled dress, peering out from windows or even moving objects. The stories of hauntings at the Myrtles plantation are as varied as they are chilling. Disembodied voices, footsteps in the dead of night, cold spots that send shivers down your spine. If you're brave enough to spend the night at the Myrtles plantation, be prepared for a night you won't soon forget. Many guests have reported unexplained noises, flickering lights, and even physical contact from unseen forces. The Myrtles plantation isn't just a haunted house, it's a portal into a dark and tragic past. Our exploration of the world's most haunted places takes us to the base of Mount Fuji in Japan, to a place shrouded in sorrow and mystery, Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Suicide Forest. This dense forest, with its eerie silence and towering trees that block out the sun, has a haunting beauty that belies its tragic history. Many believe the forest is haunted by the spirits of those who have taken their lives there, their pain and despair lingering in the air. Visitors have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness and unease, as if the forest itself is weeping. Some have even claimed to have seen ghostly figures wandering through the trees, their eyes filled with a deep and unsettling sorrow. If you choose to visit Aokigahara Forest, it's crucial to go with a guide and stick to the designated paths. The forest is dense and disorienting, and it's easy to get lost. More importantly, a guide can help you navigate the emotional and spiritual terrain, ensuring you treat this sacred ground with the respect it deserves. Prepare yourselves, because our next stop is not for the faint of heart. We're venturing into the Xochimilco canals near Mexico City, to a place that will chill you to the bone, the island of the dolls. This tiny island, shrouded in legend and teeming with hundreds if not thousands of decaying dolls, is the stuff of nightmares. The story goes that the dolls were placed there by a man named Don Julian Santana Barrera, who believed they could appease the spirit of a young girl who had drowned in the canal. He spent decades collecting and hanging dolls, creating a macabre shrine to the lost soul. Visitors have reported hearing whispers and giggles, the disembodied sounds of children playing. Some have even claimed to have seen the dolls move, their heads turning, their limbs twitching. The best way to experience the island of the dolls is by taking a boat tour through the canals. As you approach the island, you can feel the energy shift, a palpable sense of unease settling over you. Our haunted journey takes us to Long Beach, California, where the eerie Queen Mary awaits. This retired ocean liner is now a floating hotel and museum. Reports of paranormal activity abound. The spirit of a young girl named Jackie is often seen near the first-class pool. Stateroom B340 is another hotspot, closed off due to unexplained events. Book a ghost tour to explore the most haunted areas. Our journey takes us to the shadowy canals of Venice, Italy, to an island shrouded in darkness, Poveglia Island. For centuries, Poveglia Island was a quarantine zone for plague victims, where the sick and dying were isolated. Over 160,000 people died here, their bodies burned in mass graves. Later, it became a mental asylum with tales of cruel experiments on patients. Today, Poveglia Island is abandoned and off limits, but curious souls still seek its dark secrets. Visitors brave enough to enter often describe a chilling sense of dread, as if unseen eyes are watching them. Our next stop takes us to Old Town, San Diego, California, to the Whaley House. The Whaley family experienced many tragedies within its walls. The land was once a public hanging ground, and spirits are believed to linger. Yankee Jim Robinson, a thief hanged in 1852, is a well-known ghost. Violet Whaley, who took her own life, is another frequent visitor. The Whaley House is where past and present collide, with stories unfolding. Our final destination takes us to the Loire Valley in France, to a magnificent castle steeped in history and mystery, Chateau de Brissac. This towering castle, with its fairy tale turrets and sprawling gardens, seems like something out of a storybook. But behind its beauty lies a dark secret, a resident ghost that has haunted its halls for centuries. The ghost is known as the Green Lady, named for the green dress she's often seen wearing. Her spirit is said to roam the castle, her mournful cries echoing through the corridors. Guests have reported seeing her apparition in various parts of the castle, especially near the tower room where she was killed. If you're brave enough to spend the night at Chateau de Brissac, be prepared for a night of chills and thrills. The castle's rich history and resident ghosts make it a prime location for paranormal activity. We want to hear from you. What are your favorite haunted places around the world? Have you ever experienced a ghostly encounter that left you with chills? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of haunted tourism, be sure to subscribe to Global Horizon for more unique travel content. Your next adventure into the unknown is just a click away.